Well, on the in-house side, I read an article recently where it said that the balance of power has shifted to the general counsel. That's not the way a general counsel or an in-house lawyer should view the situation. It's tough economic times, and it's not a one-sided relationship. There's never been a one-sided relationship that's worked. Mother, daughter, father, son, in-laws, you name it. You've got to come at it with an eye that I'm going to invest in this relation to make it work for the firm as well as my client, the corporation. And the tendency has been on the part of in-house counsel to always look for the upper hand. On the other side, I think the firms have to revisit their pricing model and how they go about valuing their attorneys. So all too often I hear that this young associate was rated highly because he had 2,000 or excess of 2,000 billable hours. Well, that may be a lot of effort. It doesn't necessarily translate into value to the corporation. Similarly, they have the origination fee, which basically rewards an attorney for bringing in a new client, which is something of significance, but it shouldn't be the basis for rewarding him year over year, because it's the people who serve that corporation beyond simply being introduced to them where the real value to the firm comes. And those are the sorts of things that I think they're getting in the way of enabling the firm to provide better service and yet still make a good and comfortable living on behalf of the lawyers within that firm.
Tom touches on what to me is one of the most important issues going forward, and it's been one of the biggest problems I think that law departments and law firms had for years, which is communication. Tom talks about, mentioned the, where an associate has billed a number of hours and is therefore valued by the firm, but not necessarily by the client. I can recall one instance that caused me to start looking at the communication issue entirely differently. A number of years ago, I was listening to a speaker at a program that I'd helped put together, and the speaker, who was a managing partner of a national law firm, referred to the productivity of the associates of the firm. The productivity of the associates of the firm was that those associates who bill more time to clients are more productive for the firm. An in-house lawyer sitting in the audience listening to that presentation, the word productivity means the opposite, getting more done in less time. So, examples of how lawyers, in-house and outside, are even using words differently, or at least with different definitions in mind when they say the same word, I think lead to a lot of, if not disputes, at least misunderstandings that get in the way of things like a good alternative fee arrangement, a good productive relationship. And so communication, I think, is probably the one area, I think Tom would agree, where there's still a lot that needs to be done. And a lot of it comes down to being specific, being explicit, and making sure that you're listening to the other side.